असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। May the divine lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. Oh, peace, peace, peace.
This hymn is a prayer to Mother Sharda, who is unparalleled beauty, whose unparalleled beauty and attributes are like Parvati. She is divine consort of Lord Shiva, who is Sri Ramakrishna. Anantarupini Ananta Gunavati Ananta Namni Gijima Anantarupini Ananta Gunavati Ananta Namni Gijima Shiva Mohini Vishwa Shivohini Vishwavilashini Ramakrishna Jaya Nayini Ma Shivohini Vishwavilashini Ramakrishna Jaya Nayini Ma Anantarupini Ananta Gunavati Ananta Namni Gijima Jagata Janani Trilokapalini Jagata Janani Trilokapalini Vishwashubhashini Shubhadema Jagata Janani Trilokapalini Vishwashubhashini Shubhadema Anantarupini Ananta Gunavati Ananta Namni Girijema Durga Nashini Shammati Dayini Durga Nashini Sammati Dayini Bhoga Moksha Sukha Karini Ma Durga Nashini Sammati Dayini Bhoga Moksha Sukha Karini Ma Anantarupini Ananta Gunavati Ananta Namni Girijema Anantarupini Ananta Gunavati Ananta Namni Girijema Parame Parvati Sundari Bhagavati Parame Parvati Sundari Bhagavati चिरसुखदायिनि जयति मां प्रसीद मातः नगेन्द्रनन्दिनि चिरसुखदायिनि जयति मां अनन्तरूपिणि अनन्तगुणवति अनन्तनाम्नि गिरिजे मां अनन्तरूपिणि अनन्तगुणवति अनन्तनाम्नि जे मां शिवहिन्मोहिनि विश्वविलासिनि शिवहिन्मोहिनि विश्वविलासिनि रामकृष्ण जय लागिनि मां शिवहिन्मोहिनि विश्वविलासिनि रामकृष्ण जय लागिनि मां अनन्तरूपिणि अनन्तगुणवति अनन्तनाम्नि गिरिजे मां अनन्तरूपिणि अनन्तगुणवति अनन्तनाम्नि गिरिजे मां.
I'm reading from the book Swami Vireshwarananda, A Divine Life. This is the end of the book, volume 2, where there are question and answer sessions between devotees and Swami Vireshwarananda ji. Question: should repetition of mantra be linked with concentration of mind on Ishta, chosen deity? This sometimes becomes difficult, and I am not able to see the form of the deity while meditating. Please advise. Swamiji, please repeat the mantra mentally and at the same time fix your mind on your Ishta. Both must go together. While doing japa, keep your mind on Ishta and try to think of him and him alone. Do not think of other gods or goddesses at that time. Don't be worried if you are not always able to see the form of the deity in your meditation. Just remember when you do japa that he is seated in your heart. Keep your Ishta's photo in front of you and look at it intently now and then and try to see the deity in your heart. By adopting these methods, you shall gradually be able to see the form of the deity. Maharaj, sometimes it happens that I see only the form of the Guru while meditating. Answer: if you see the form of the Guru in your meditation, it may be allowed to remain if you have the clear idea that your Guru's form is but an image of your Ishta. Just as in a stone Vigraha image, you see the deity that is worshipped and you do not see the stone. But always try to merge the Guru's form in your Ishta and try to see only the deity's form. This is always good, as otherwise the mind is likely to slide down and see only the Guru's form as Swami so and so and fail to see the deity in his form unless one is very alert. Question: coming back to practice of meditation, how long should I meditate? Answer: you may do meditation as long as you can, But be careful that you do not strain yourself too much. Though you may feel joy at the beginning, you may tax your nerves and a reaction may set in after some time. You must have sufficient rest and sleep at night so that you feel refreshed when you sit for meditation in the early hours of the morning. You must take rest and sleep for 6 hours at least. If for any reason that is not possible at night and your habit is to get up very early in the morning, then make up the deficiency by taking a little nap after lunch. Often at the beginning, when our health is good and nerves are strong, we may not feel the deficiency in rest and sleep, but the accumulated strain will affect us in the long run. Question: beginners are not always able to meditate for long. What is the remedy? Answer: do not feel depressed, as you are not able to meditate for long or see the form of your deity in the heart. It will come by practice. But do not meditate between the eyebrows. That is very risky. You may be able to keep the mind fixed there for some time, but while you cannot do it in the heart. But later, it may result in physical or mental disorders. It may strain your nerves and you may get a nervous breakdown or constant pain in the head, etc. Practice meditation and japa regularly and everything will be set right through the grace of Sri Sri Thakur. Maharaj, I am greatly disturbed as I tend to get distracted while performing spiritual practices. It is but natural for everybody to feel distracted sometime or other while performing spiritual practices. Do not worry. You shall be able to get over it in due course through the grace of Sri Sri Thakur. Now, we may think that services to Thakur, that Sri Ramakrishna, are mere fancy, since he is not really alive now in his gross body. Answer: it may be an imagination, but is more popular than an abstract philosophy, and we have accepted this view. We think that Sri Ramakrishna is actually sitting there and we are doing arati, that is waving the lamp, to please him. Of course, there is also the idea that the 5 bhutas, constituent elements, are being offered to the Supreme Being, but the former is the popular view. So if you keep to the spirit of service, then gradually Sri Ramakrishna will give you that devotion and your dryness will disappear. Question: how can we develop intense love for Sri Ramakrishna? Read his life. Answer is read his life. Read Kathamrita. By hearing about him more and more, love for him will deepen. Always think of him and work for him. Here is written.
We had last few days worship of the Divine Mother. Divine Mother, who is the Supreme and is the source of this whole universe, who is the creator of everything that we see, that we perceive. Divine Mother is the sustainer of our creation. And when the creation, the cycle of creation ends, everything that is created merges back in the Divine Mother. that Divine Mother we worshipped last week as Mother Durga, symbolically having 10 hands and protecting the devotees, vanquishing the evil, and coming to the houses. That also is symbolic. Actually, she comes to the heart. She gets awakened and comes with all success, prosperity, learning, and bravery. Symbolically depicted as Ganesha, Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Kartika. Today, we are going to meditate, and let us meditate on this divine. Let us close our eyes and take deep breaths slowly and also exhale in the same slow rhythm. Let us sit erect in our seats on our chair. Let us do it for a few minutes. Let us feel relaxed and prepared for meditation. Let us feel we are pure in our body and our mind. We are seated in a very sacred room among pure-hearted devotees. Let us add to the purity of this place where we feel the presence of Divine, present in the altar and also present in the heart of all of us. And add to the purity by chanting Om, which purifies our hearts and minds, and also our body. Let us chant Om 10 times. Please join me. Let us feel we are purified. The hall is purified. Everything is pure and congenial to our meditation. Imagine everything is prepared for meditation. Everyone in the hall, the deities sitting in front of us are in meditation. The trees all around are in meditation. The sky is in meditation. The earth is on meditation. The sun and moon and stars are meditating. Whole universe is meditating with us. Let us meditate on the Supreme Divine Mother, the Infinite, the All-Powerful. Let us imagine that the Supreme Creator, the Supreme Mother, is in front of us in the form of Durga with all her children as visualized by sages in meditation. Let us imagine Durga seated on lion Mahishasura, Ganesha, Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Kartika. All are divine, all are effulgent. Let us first meditate on Ganesha, who removes the obstacles from our life and grants us success. As a spiritual seeker, we want success in our spiritual endeavor. Visualize the form of Ganesha. Living, benevolent, most intelligent, always helpful, and has the power to remove all the obstacles and difficulties and help us to achieve our goals. Bow down to his lotus feet and mentally say, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Let us now meditate on Lakshmi. Wearing ornaments has taken the form to grant us whatever we need to sustain our life. When prayed, when she is happy, pleased, she grants us and fulfills our physical needs. The giver of wealth, the goddess of things. Let us meditate on this divine form of Mother Lakshmi, effulgent, living, smiling and pleased in front of us. Om Shri Lakshmi Devyai Namaha. Bow down to her and feel she's blessing and giving us assurance that we will not be deprived of anything that we need to sustain this life. Now let us meditate on call Saraswati, the goddess of learning, speech, music and art. All the fineness of life we get from her grace. She is white complexioned, wearing white clothes. Present in front of us, effulgent. Om Aim Saraswati Namah. Bow down to Mother Saraswati and feel she is blessing us, putting her hands on our head and granting us all knowledge and assuring us of the spiritual knowledge, the ultimate knowledge, Paravidya. Now let us meditate on Kartika. The embodiment of valor, bravery, and courage. Kartika takes away all our weaknesses and makes us brave and strong. Om Kartikaya Namaha. Let us meditate on Mahishasura, the embodiment of ego. The strength of ego, but created by the Divine Mother. The powerful, seemingly invincible, very strong, but ultimately all evil is defeated and the goodness prevails, however powerful and strong evil might be. The Mahishasura depicted with a strong person, muscular body, full of jealousy, greed, baser ambitions. Yet the product of the Divine Mother. As it is the creation of Divine Mother, and it is in all of us. We accept the reality and bow down to the bravery of this Mahishasura, and everything in this world is connected with the Divine. We bow down to Mahishasura. Om Mahishasuraaya Namaha. When evil is recognized, it is easy to conquer it. Let us meditate on lion. Lion, the Vahana of Mother Durga, resplendent, full of courage and fearless, roaming the forest without any care, a trace of fear of any other animal. Swami Vivekananda was very fond of lion, and he often meditated on the heart of lion. The divine lion of Mother Durga. Om Mahasimhaya Namaha. Now visualize Mother Durga. Having 10 arms, dazzling with brilliance, having weapons in the arms, the Supreme Divine Mother, symbolically represented as Mother Durga, standing on the lion. And the face like moon, color like the sea flower, light yellow in color, and eyes are full of grace, wise and most beautiful. Mother of the universe. Let us visualize the living form of Mother Durga having 10 arms and with all her family members of 4 children, Mahishasura and her Vahana, lion. Let us meditate on this form for 2 minutes. Now, let us visualize that all family members of Mother Durga are merging in her body. Ganesha walks to Mother and merges in herself. Lakshmi walks to Mother Durga and merges in Mother. Saraswati merges in the Divine Mother. Kartika walks towards Mother and becomes one with the souls. Mahishasura merges in the Creator. Lion goes and merges with the Divine Mother. Mother Durga standing alone with all her glory, resplendence, and many arms wearing ornaments, dazzling with brilliance. Protecting us from all sides, from every evil, taking us across every difficulty. She is always with us. Now visualize that Mother is absorbing Her 9 hands, 9 pair of hands, one by one. 9 hands, one by one. And with the ornaments, and in the pure human form, with crest jewel, and smiling, standing in front of us. Let us meditate on this human form of the Divine Mother Durga for 2 minutes. Now, let us visualize the Divine Mother Durga has assumed the form of a young girl, Kumari. The pure human form with all the good qualities of a human being. Now let us meditate on this child human form of Divine Mother within our hearts. She is seated in the lotus of our heart. Visualize herself within you. visualize as a human being. Actually, he was born as a human being in 1853 as little Sarada in a village in India. Let us now meditate on the real form of Durga in the Divine Holy Mother. Little Holy Mother, seated in our hearts. Sri Ramakrishna said, she came to grant us knowledge, the supreme knowledge, Paravidya, and she is Lakshmi and Parvati. As the song said, Swami Vivekananda said her living Durga. Let us now meditate in our hearts the form of Holy Mother as we worship in her photograph. The two hands on her lap with grand knowledge and devotion. Eyes are full of grace, and her face says, be fearless, I am with you, don't be afraid of anything. Let us meditate on this fearless granting form of Mother Durga, who is close to our hearts, always guiding and protecting us in the form of Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi for a few minutes. Let us bow down to the Divine Mother and pray to her that she may make us pure and all-loving. May we be strong in the awareness of her presence. May weakness never touch us. May we attain fearlessness by her grace all the time, even at the moment of death. May we be sure that God is there, Divine Mother is there, always with us as our own self, as our own Atman. Let us touch her lotus feet and offer our pranams. Om Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Sritva Pranamami Murmu. Feel that Holy Mother is touching our head, granting us our prayers to become pure and all-loving, to become fearless, to be able to serve everyone with mind, speech and body. One senior monk said, the growth in spirituality can be found out by how much we can love all and how much we have peace within ourselves and how much we can radiate that peace all around. Spirituality is manifested as meditation inwardly and loving service to all outwardly. Let us pray for spiritual progress, and may our mind be fixed and focused when we do japam and meditation, and may we be always ready to help and serve and give joy to others. Holy Mother said, the purpose of life is fulfilled if you can give joy to others. By her grace, on this closeness to Durga Puja, when she was worshipped as Divine Mother Durga, let us pray to her that may we be sweet to all, may we be kind to all, may our all jealousy and hatred be completely removed, and may we feel oneness to hold humanity, oneness to hold living beings, oneness with whole creation. May we feel the infinity as our existence. Om Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Ayam Atma Brahma Aham Brahma me, I am that Brahman, which is truth, which is knowledge, which is pure consciousness, and which is infinity. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Here ends the guided